This is Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary. I hope you're very well. I'm looking to see if we can do some trading here this morning. And what I'm looking at is both on the euro and on the pound. I'm looking for see if we can get some weakness today. Let's take you out to an hourly chart. There's not really been too much going on overnight. This is the pound here on an hourly time frame. You can see it's been a fairly sloppy rally that it put in over 2 days. Let's put it onto a daily chart, maybe make it a bit clearer. There we go. So we put this sloppy rally in. Now on telecharts it's showing that it's hit its daily 50 MA, but on eSignal it's not. Different charting packages will show moving averages as being in different places. So in eSignal it's actually still, if I can have a quick look on my other charts off screen, the 50-day moving average is at 159.55, so it's still a way off at the moment. So there's some scope to the downside. So I'm looking for, like I said, a downside move, and seeing if what we can do with that. So for now, I'm just going to probably press pause. And it's the same with euro as well. Euro's in a similar situation, that I'm looking for the potential for the euro to come down at least today to hit its, let's have a look here, its daily pivot, which is down at 129.02. So let's show you the euro chart. On that 129.02, we're currently at 129.42. So now euro may just want to poke up and hit yesterday's highs. That's fine. That's only just marginally above where we are. It's at 51. They're at 42 at the moment. But I'm not really buying into too much of the upside just yet, because it doesn't have the positive momentum on the upper time frame. So it can quite happily nudge up and get up to that 51 zone, but not really do too much. So yes, I'm looking for both of them to weaken off really, and so that's the idea. So we'll see how cable gets on. Just waiting for the negative momentum. Looks like it is coming in on cable, so I'm just going to wait for a locked in negative candle, and we'll see if we can get some trading doing. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, so I'm going to look to sell this, obviously. So I'm just going to put a couple of units in. So let's get that sorted out. And I'll just put a couple of units in for now, just purely because the market, the price action is not the prettiest. So I've got 2 in. So I'll just hit that twice. I'll show you the account as always. There you go. There's my 2 units. There you go. So 2 units there. So and I'll add on any strength into the 5 live bands. So that's what I've done for now. So I'm looking for obviously price to ultimately roll down some more. But the reason I've put 2 units in to initiate rather than maybe 3 or 4 units in to initiate and then add to that is purely because of, overall the price action is a little bit sloppy. Again, if you come out to the hourly charts, you can see that yeah, it's a bit on the sloppy side, isn't it? So seeing that potential, but we're just, sometimes what can happen is the market will just be probing an area, and so it'll start to probe on the downside, and it does want to go, but it may come up first, and actually then roll over later and come down for that once it's sorted itself out. So that's why. So we'll give it a shot, and if I take a loser on this trade, that's fine, and then I can let it do what it's going to do, and then maybe it'll come down later on. As far as stops are concerned, I'm popping my stop up at 43. So that's that for now. I'll press pause. Okay, just keeping an eye on it. It's obviously coming down for me, and even with only those 2 stakes, we're doing okay so far. But like I said, I've got that level that I'm looking at down more towards the 160.02 zone, so still got a bit of work to do potentially. And anything can happen. We've had a nice run. You sitting there in profits, and this is an interesting discussion topic actually, because so often, how many times do you, as a trader, you get into profit and you're sitting there on a nice paper profit, so to speak, in that your position is up, only for then it to come all the way back up against you, and maybe you get stopped out. And so that sort of thing happens a lot, and so well aware of that, and that's why we tend to like taking some profits off the table when we're in positions, because it protects us from that sort of thing. So that's why we always look, and if I see like a divergence or something like that when I'm in a position, and say, okay, right, I'm going to take something off, because look, you can see it's coming all the way back up. I say all the way back up, entries are at 28 or so, but it's obviously been down to what, 18, 19. but I couldn't really see much of a reason to want to take profit off, any profit off at that stage. So I'm just going to bear with this trade and see how it develops. I still think actually if it rallies back up to these bands, then that'll provide another entry actually. So we'll see how this is going to work out. So if we do come up to the upper bands, then I'll be looking to still add some more to the position. So we'll see how that gets on. Sorry, but just while I'm thinking about that, but yes, it's an important thing because so often traders will see paper profits disappear, and obviously none of us really want that, but sometimes you just got to hold on to a position if you've got some conviction behind it, rather than just snatch at the profits for no other reason. The bottom line is that there was 10 pips on the table down there at 19. We were in at 29. So 10 pips on the table, it's not a bad little run. But if you're seeing a bigger picture, then you want to try and hold for that bigger picture. Sometimes there may not be a bigger picture, and so you do want to take those profits. It really depends on the day and what you're looking at. But for now, I'm seeing the bigger picture, and hoping that's going to play out for me rather than this actually coming all the way back up. So we'll see. So I'll press pause. So looking like we are going to come up for the bands. So I will be looking to add to this position, and I'll probably put another 2 units in. So we'll see how those get in. So I'm just going to be looking to add to those 2 units in a second. Here we go. I've got 1 off. There's 2. Okay, so it looks like we've got those 2 units in. Now, obviously, if I'm wrong, I could very quickly be wrong. So I'll just sort my stops off and press pause. That's what I'm doing. Well, it certainly looks like, yeah, I've just been stopped and it's had a big turnaround. So let's have a quick look at these charts, because how quickly things can change. But we're still sitting on negative momentum, should I say. It's the euro. The euro is the one that's flying. Something's happened. Euro, let's go and have a look at this euro then. Euro is flying. Let's see if we've got any positive momentum on the euro. See if I can have a look at all my other charts. And if it is, then we could very quickly be trading the euro. Positive, positive, positive. Yes, we are. So we're going to be looking to trade the euro now. So let's bring up a euro ticket. I'll show you the loss in a second on the pound, but obviously I want to be trading the euro by looks of things. So see how we lock in here on the euro, but it's looking good so far. So but yes, so I lost 327 on that pound trade because of the we were in with 4 units in the end. So not the best of starts today, but let's just see how this is going to go with this euro trade. So I'm just keeping my eye on this for a second. I just want to see the momentum get locked in on the 5-minute chart, see if that's going to happen. And I think there'll be some points at least on offer there. May have to build a position again, but we'll see the potential to make some points there on the euro. Just looking for some potential upside targets. We've got about 78 is a potential target, so not too far above, but I'll be looking to buy in on weakness here. So looking for at least 4 units to at least try and match what I did on the other trade. So we'll see how we get on. So I'll press pause for a second. Oh, my apologies, I've just realised this is not a fresh setup actually on the euro, so I can't take it. So even if it's going to go higher here, I can't take it. So I'm going to have to sit this one out, I think. I'll press pause for now. So I've just reflected on this at the moment. So just like I said, just holding out of this. Euros obviously had that big pop up, and sometimes you can get a bit excited by a move and then say, oh, hold on a second, this doesn't meet my rules, even though it's there. It's not got locked in momentum on the hourly chart, and so so I've just have to hold off there. So yeah, an interesting move, because like you say, you do your analysis, and if you get a move which goes against your analysis, then you have to then completely reassess quite quickly and say, okay, well, what could happen now? So now obviously euro, with the strength that's just happened there, then it could very easily follow through to the upside, but you have to still obey your rules, your trading plan rules, when you're trading. So at the moment, I'm looking at this thinking, yeah, I'd love to be in on this, but I've got to follow my rules, and my rules aren't allowing me to trade this. So for now, I'm having to stay out of that. Let's have a look at that pound again. Now that pound stopped me out, obviously, as it came up to 43. So let's show you that. There we go. So that's what happened on the pound. So it stopped me out at the 43s. So a bit disappointing there in that we were up, but I was trying to play the bigger picture, as I was saying, and so and this is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes you're playing the bigger picture, and it comes back against you, and that's why we often times will try and take some profit off the table. But when we were down there, I couldn't see any reason why I needed to take any profit off the table. So it's just one of those situations, one of those things, really. So anyway, let's have a look here. I'm just still having a look across my time frames across both markets. I want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. I'm looking at the pound. Pound's looking like maybe it's going to turn, but we haven't got positive momentum on the higher time frame on the pound either. So I've got to leave this alone, even though it's had a nice turn here. So slightly frustrating here at this time of day today. So I'm going to have to just leave this to do what it's going to do. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, looks like the pound is going to lock in some positive momentum. So now we've only got a couple of minutes to go. On the 30-minute chart, there's no way that's going to back off now. So I'm going to just start to initiate a couple of positions here on the long side now on the pound, as it's looking like it's that's all going to get locked in with only 2 minutes to go here on the to half past. So just waiting for I'll put one in, and let's get two positions in, and I'll look to add on any subsequent weakness and see if we can get a few points maybe on the upside now. We're locking in some nice 30-minute momentum, so that's what we're going to be looking for. So I'll press pause for a second. Okay, so we're flying up a bit here, so it looks like I'm going to be I've got a projection target of about 60-61, so it's not too far beyond where we currently are. So looking for about 60-61, so it doesn't like I've only got the 2 units in, remember, so unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get I haven't managed to get any more in, so we'll just see if it can get up to that 60-61 zone, and then I'll take one off. Let's press pause just whilst it's thinking about it. Okay, so it's come back down, but it's given me another entry potential as we're coming back down here. So I mean there's going to be a good few entry potentials actually. So I'll put one in here, but I still there's more down at the 5 lives. So put one in. So looking to potentially go up to about 6 or 7 entries. So I've only got 3 in at the moment. So 6 or 7 entries today potential. I'll press pause. So again, obviously another situation here this morning whereby price doesn't quite get to target. You haven't taken any profit off it, although you're sitting in profit. We're in a nice healthy enough profit at that point. I put 58s, where entries were at I think 51, something like that. So but you have to hold off for your profit target, and as frustrating it can be when you're seeing profits and then it dipping back against you, you have to try and hold on, because you've got to hold on for the bigger picture. If you have a target, then that's what you're looking for. So anyway, it's just a good lesson this morning as to profit targets and not necessarily snatching them, although this morning snatching at your profits would have been more lucrative, but I have the projections, and so I've got to stick with those. Now the thing is that projection is if it would have probably carried on going. Now we've pulled back. We'll have to see. I mean, maybe I'll have to take something off there. Depends on whether there's a little mini divergence or not. Let's have a quick look, see if there is something. If it was to come back up there, if there would be a divergence. Yes, there would be. So let's have a look here. Yeah, it looks like there would be a divergence. So that means I would have to take something off on the double top test now. That's okay. It's still all right. So anyway, for now, I'll press pause. So I'm just watching as we're coming down towards the bands here. I'm going to start to add those back ends in. So just as we're coming down towards the lower band here, got an 8 period moving average here. If we break into that, then that's where I'll start to put those in. Here we go. So again, got very close there. I think we did actually just about hit it by looks of things. See if we can get some in. Come on then, come on down. Need about 44. Start, there we go, it's 44. And I have to put them in sometimes a little bit early, a little bit ahead, because it can just blip down, blip up. So I'm just trying to get, remember I've got to get a good 3 entries in here. So See if we can get some more. Might even have to press pause and just do it whilst I'm off sound if it's going to take this long. I'll press pause for now. Okay, so I've got my entries in now, so it's just now a case of seeing how this is going to play out. I've got a feeling this one's going to take a while, so I'm going to press pause as it's come back deeper into the, it's come into the bands. So I've got all the entries in, so I shall press pause for now, and we'll see how this is going to work out. Okay, so it's coming up, so I'm just taking some of the profits off the back end. Sorry, I'm having to do it off screen because I haven't got time to move the things across. The tickets across. I'll just take some of the back end off. So I've just taken the back end off, and now it's a case of just seeing if this is going to fire up a bit more. It may just be coming up for the bands, so I've just taken the back end off, and we'll see how it's going to play. So I've got down to, I've only got the 3 in now, 3 positions remaining. I was into 7, and obviously the P&L is moving around a bit as well. So we've reduced that P&L. So far, but I'm looking to see if we can obviously come up higher yet, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll press pause for now. So as we're shooting up here, I'm going to have to take some off at the double top, if we can get up to the double top there. So I'll take some off at the double top. If it's going to get up there, come on then. Just turned everything on for you. Just you started shooting up. Oh well, I'm going to have to press pause. Okay, so we're very close to it now, so I'm just going to take some off there we go, 57.5, just as we're right into that tail there. So I've still got 2 units in, and so it's still, there we go, so that's what I was looking for, is that 60. Oh. Bear with me, see if I can get another one off. Okay. Sorry, I'm trading multiple accounts here, and so we're right into my profit target zone now. So the original profit target zone. So I'm just trying to take my profits. Now the thing is, at the moment, so we were down £300 and we're now down £27. So it's really just the case now of me just checking to see if there's anything else I can do with this. Bear with me. Or where else this may want to go, and I'm looking at this now. We're approaching the end of the hour. There may be a little bit further for this to run, so I've only got the final stake in. I can't break that stake down, so I want to see if we can get a little bit more out of this. We've got a pivot, daily R1 pivot at 71, so let's see if we can get up to 71, and if we can, then that'll be probably the final exit. So and we're going to make no profit on this due to the first trade, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It just proves that if you stick to a method whereby you run for your targets as much as you can possibly do, then overall you'll usually make money. But it can look ugly, like it did earlier on the first trade, because you know the first trade was a very similar trade to this one. Got in, added in the 5 live, and then took it further. And then we're looking for it to go further, so on the downside, but it didn't work out. So then you take a bigger, what looks like a nasty loss, but you only need one more trade, and I've demonstrated this time and time again. One more trade, profitable trade, and you've just eradicated the majority of all of that, and hopefully there's still going to be some more out of this yet. We'll have to see, but yeah, it's all about trade management and trying to run your trades. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but if you do run them, then ultimately you end up making more money than you lose. So for now, I'm looking for that 70 zone, and it looks like we're going to be locking in quite nicely as we're approaching 9 AM. And so there's no reason why there can't be some more upside. So I'm just going to check my time frames here. It's looking okay, that's looking okay, and that's looking okay. So across the time frames, it just tells me that I should be trying to hold on to this for that next target. So I'll press pause for now and we'll see how this goes. Okay, we've actually just hit a pivot just below that, an R3 pivot, so I'm just going to take that at 68 just in case. Oh, there you go, it's just hit 71 now. Typical, isn't it? Okay, so just extend all these positions elsewhere. Okay, so we're back to square one, aren't we? And I mean, it's been a beautiful move, and you think we're back to 11, and we were down 300 odd pounds. So we've made more obviously back the loss on the first trade, but and really, all right, I was in with 7 positions on this next trade, wasn't I? So I said I'd go to 7. And so I had to take some of those off as we came up to the bands. So as we came down, then the first targets went on the add-ins is at the bands, and so the actual amount of pippage on that was less, but overall made money, and so back into the black. So I'm going to be looking for more trades obviously here this morning. So I think for now we've just hit the daily R1 pivot, so we have hit that now. So now it's just a case of, okay, well, let's take stock here. Where am I going to be able to find next trades? I think obviously it looks like it is going to be on the long side. Just how amazing how quickly things can change sometimes in the markets. We had negative momentum here this morning. That's why I took that short there. And then sometimes you can get a big candle can turn things around, and very quickly the momentum can change. And you have to look at that with the price action as well. And so for now, it looks like there's some more potential upside. Let's go back and have a look at that euro. That euro has indeed gone up to that. I think it had a target up on its chart I was looking at, wasn't I? Into 78, I said, and it's just hit that. So it's hit its daily R1 as well. So both of these markets have just hit their main a decent target level. But it's a case of, okay, well, what do we do from here? And I still suspect there may still be some more upside to come. So it is going to be a case of where can I identify another trade. Sometimes the nicest trades are the early phase trades with the 5 lives, and then it becomes a little bit more tricky to identify next level. But let's just have a look here, because I think we've got prior highs here. So any pullbacks into these prior highs, that zone, which is back into the mid 50s, would be another potential long. So possibly another 5 live actually. So we'll press pause for now and we'll see. So I've had a look at this and identified some more areas where I want to buy in again. So I'm still looking to buy, and so it's going to be a case of where that's going to be. So it looks like it's going to be down into the sort of mid to low 60s is going to be the first area where I'm going to be looking to buy again. So to any weakness here, I'm going to be looking to be a buyer once again. So just that over there, and then I'll look to build the position again. That's what I'm looking to do. So in fact, I'll probably put 1 in here about mid. Okay, so we've got 1 in, and I'm going to be looking to, just in case. And the reason I do that is whilst we're still in this accelerating mode, what can happen is price can just sit on the outside of these bands and just have another crack higher, and still have a crack higher. So I've just put that 1 in just in case. But it's almost like a bit of a loss leader, because I do see the potential for us to obviously pull back a little bit further yet. But I put that 1 in just in case, because sometimes you think, oh, it's all over, and then away it goes again, and you've just missed out on another leg higher. Although we have hit that pivot level, that target, I do see the potential for us to actually run through that at some point. So we shall see. I'll press pause for now. So fast approaching the next entry level, which is going to be at this little high here. It's going to be the next entry level. So fast approaching that. And then, like I said, I've got some down into the mid 50s as well. So, and obviously that'll be around with this 5 live as well. See if we can get that. So all we've got in so far is this one at 66.9, and then we'll see if we can get another entry in or not. If it's going to come up, there may actually be a divergence there, and then may have to take that profit off if that's the case, and then reassess. So a quick look on my other charts. Would there be a divergence? It looks like there probably would be. So if we come back up to 72 or so, then I'll just take the profit. But really, otherwise, I'm trying to build the position, and then hopefully by then, if it then comes back up, then that divergence would be out of play, which would be good. So We shall see. I'm well aware that this recording is getting longer today. Looks like it's going to be a long one, so I'll press pause for now. Alright, I've added one and I'm coming into that 59 zone which I wanted, so let's get some more in. I'm taking my time with this though because so there we go. So I'm taking my time with this because I do think there's a bigger pitch we're having to play here, and I'm probably going to have to use a wider stop as a result as well. So I'm not going to put 7 in on this one, and so I've got 3 in so far. Obviously we've got the bands down here, so let's take you to the hourly chart, what I'm seeing here. So like I said, around about that 59 zone, and we've got these prior highs at 56, so 56 will be the next entry that I'd be looking for, which is, fun enough, the lower band, but I wanted to add in at that 59 zone, which was on the band on the hourly charts. So as you can see, now it's just a case of seeing how this is going to play out, and if we're going to come down just to that 56 level, then I'll get that extra levels in. Okay, just back. I had some limit orders in. We came down as we had. We put those orders in. I had some limit orders in. I'm looking at 65 is the zone here. I think we're gonna. I had 65 as a target. Okay, it's just on 65 at the moment. It could still want to come up here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. I'm going to look on my other charts. I had that as a target in there. A 65. Which obviously we're on at the moment. I'm just what I'm going to do actually, I'll just move my stop up to the low of this candle, and we'll see if we can if it is going to come up to the prior high and potentially break out. But otherwise, I'll move my stop up. So let's just do that. So the low of that candle is at 62. 160, 62. So I've protected. So by taking those profits off as we come back up to the upper bands, taking those off, and well, we're coming to 65 as well. Just took that off. So really now it's just a case of let's have a look, see where they were. Yeah, it came out 63 and 66. I got and 62. Right, okay. So now it's just a case of, well, whether we're gonna see where's the. Oops. Oops, didn't want to do that, do we? See if we can get this. How do we get this? Oh, I see. There we go. We're showing the P&L. So it's just the case. It has come up into that zone. Overall, I think I see the potential for this to still come higher. But as the momentum has come out of it, so to speak, for now, it's slowed up. That's what I mean. The price action slowed up. That's why as we come in here. I could just see the potential on the hourly charts, like I said to you, looking to buy into. It was the upper band actually on the hourly charts and these prior highs where we got to add in, and so now it's just a case of, okay, if this is going to stop me out on that final amount, it means that it's going to put us on about maybe £100 for the day. It's okay when you started off down £320. I think we started off at, but obviously it'll still be looking for some more. So what I will be doing, what I'm actually doing at the moment is I'm upstairs in the shower, or have been, and I've dashed down and just to manage this out and come on sound here as the prices come back up. But I'm still going to be looking for more trades here this morning. So it's only 10 to 10. Hopefully there's going to be some more trades set up, and we'll have to see. I'm going to be popping down the gym fairly shortly anyway, so that's going to wipe out the rest of the morning probably. Then it's a case of whether maybe we can do some trading around the 1:30 news. I don't know if there's I think there's some news out at 1:30 today, so maybe I can do some trading around then as well. But for now, that's pretty much looking like that's going to be it. I'll press pause for now. So I did get stopped out on that remainder. Let's have a look. So sitting on a net P&L now of 111 for the day so far, all square. But I don't think this is over. I think that overall, I'd like to be long again yet on the pound. Whether I'm going to get an opportunity to get long again, I don't know at this stage, as I'm just about to go out. I do still see the potential, and it could just drift its way higher whilst I'm out. Like I said, I had that target zone of 65. That was based on the 30-minute time frame of the 5 Live. There you go. So it just gives you an idea of what I was looking at there as the trap point. Now, if it does drift up, that's fine. But but I'm going to hope that we just drift around for a bit. Give some false sell signals now. It's amazing how the day's changed, with the huge engulfing candle that we put in on the hourly chart. Just give you a perspective of that. There you go, that huge engulfing candle. So I hope actually maybe we drift down for a bit and then we get a buy signal a bit later when I'm back. I would quite like, and I would have happily stayed in this trade if it have done that anyway and just drifted along for a couple of hours. I'd have happily stayed in that one today, because the way that it's now looking, the picture seems to have changed. So but that's where we are for now, and we shall see how this goes. So I'll be back in an hour or two. Okay, so I'm just back from the gym. It's now 20 to 12. I see that this is on the euro. Hasn't done too much. It's done its pullback and then it's come back up again, not quite to its highs, and rolled over so far. I'm still seeing the potential on both of these markets. Let's have a quick look at the pound. Okay, so the pounds, as you can see, language has come down, retested these highs over here, and now has come subsequently back up again. Let's have a look at the higher time frames. That'll be a bit more interesting to get a picture of what's going on there. Now the pound has come back within its bands, and so it's just retested its upper band here, and it's come right back within its bands. So at the moment it's a case of just leaving it be, and hopefully this afternoon, maybe around 1:30, let's have a double check and see what news is out. I don't know if there's a lot out, but we'll have a look anyway, just have a look off screen. But maybe this afternoon we can get a bit of a move on. Well, we've only got PPI in the US at 1:30, and then we've got consumer sentiment at 3 o'clock. I don't want to be still doing the video update at 3 o'clock, so I'll give it till the 1:30 news and just see if anything gets the currency's moving. But so I want to keep my eye on the pound, but I want to see some price action. And fortunately, that's what we had this morning, and that's what we've been lacking of late, is price action. So we had this price action back here. Managed to get in, didn't I? I think originally, can't remember the prices now, but I think somewhere around here, ran that up to, what did we do? Oh, no, we ended it, we're in here, no, sorry, ended in here, weren't we? And then we added in here at the 5 live, ran it all the way up to towards the double top, and then finally out in the final sections at around about 70, and then came in, started initiating new positions from around about upper 60s down to the lower bands, and then came out of those again back up here. Yeah, that's right. Forget what trades I did. But the price action was good. Now you look at the price action here, and the size of the bars, they've become so much smaller, whereas the price action here, the big expansive bars, that's what I like to trade. I wish we had that a lot more often, but we don't have it often, and we haven't had it much this week at all. So it's quite pleased. So having to take that loss and then make 400 odd pounds over the next few trades, two trades, then puts us into that profitable position for the day. It's only up 11. Sorry, was it 111 so far? Let's have a quick check again. Where are we? Yeah, 111. So I'm just looking at it off screen. Let's bring it back over. So, which, bear in mind, this is on this account that I'm trading. Anything £100, really is more than. Oh, hello, on the move. £100 is really more than. More than 0.5% in a day on that size account, so it's already fine racking up 0.5% a day. But it'd be nice to see if we could get any more. So we're just going to have to see. What I've seen that's interesting on the pound is that it has the momentum on the hourly chart. I'd like to see that build up a bit more, which it could do if we closed up higher, even in this range by the end of this hour with 20 minutes to go. So we'll see at the moment. But at the moment, this potentially is just noise because it's just coming up and retesting this upper band again. So I need to see it close outside of this band and to see if we're going to go higher. In which case, then maybe I can do something else with it. We'll have to see. So I think it's going to be a bit of a waiting game for now, and so I'll press pause. Just back, it's now 20 to 1. Like I said, I'm waiting for this news to come out, and the euro is sort of just in this range at the moment. I'm still looking for more potential upside on the euro. What I'd like to see is more explosive activity, a bit like we had this morning, but I'm really waiting for that 1:30. I don't know if we're going to get explosive activity on the news that we have got coming out. We'll have to just see, but otherwise I'm not getting involved in this at this stage. So if it just starts moving up from here, it's not going to get into it. because I'm not interested prior to news coming out on a Friday. And a similar sort of situation with the pound, actually, because I see the pound has actually, just as you can see, just carried on moving up. From when I got in, I actually got in, didn't I, on the sound, just came in and looked at it here, and then it just started coming up, and it's just floated its way higher, and the pound has gone higher. There's a bit of a divergence, though, on the pound. On the hourly charts, there's a divergence in play now between these two peaks here. But that can clear that out. Overall, I like the upside potential on the pound as well. As the euro is the one that's been consolidating, and the pound has actually now gone higher, then it'll probably be the euro I'll be interested in. We'll have to see. But the interesting thing is that you have to pick your fights when you're trading, and try. And that's what you're constantly doing. Pick the ones that you want to trade and the ones you don't. And at the moment, so I'll leave that alone. And we've had our trades this morning when there was the markets were active, and at the moment where they're less active, I'm just not interested, and especially ahead of the news. So we'll pick our fights and try and pick them as well as possible, and that way you're overall profitable. So for me, it's a case of just waiting till 1:45. So I'm going to go out and get my lunch, and we'll see what happens just after 1:45. So the 1:30 news is out. It's now just 1:31. Just waiting to see if we're going to get a bit of a delayed push in one way or another. But if we don't, then I'll call it a day on here, and I'll see what happens. But what I'm looking for is some activity. I want activity like we've had this morning. I want to see some nice big candles, and then I can maybe trade that. That's what I'm waiting for. So we'll press pause for now. So this is a bit more like it. I'm just sitting here waiting. It's now just 1:34, and so we're getting a bit better candle here. Just waiting to see if we can get some positive momentum locked in, and better just check there's no divergences on the higher time frames. Let's just check here. There's a little minor bit of one on the hourly chart actually. Yeah, a bit of one on the 30-minute chart as well. But I just want to, overall, I think there's decent momentum on the hourly chart. I just want to see if we're going to just pick up a little bit here. So I want to see how this candle is going to go. Okay, so we've got something here. I think I may have to wait until 1:45, which is a bit of a pain because sometimes you can then miss out if it's too late. But I think I'm going to need to wait till 1:45 because we haven't got any positive momentum on the 15-minute chart. It's very, very weak on the 30-minute chart. So it's a bit of a mismatch at the moment. So we'll give it a little bit longer. Let's have a look here. I don't want to be buying into fresh highs because that's all it's done at the moment. I don't mind buying fresh highs if I've got momentum across the board. If I've got accelerating momentum across the board, then I'm happy to pay up, so to speak. But if I haven't, then I don't want to pay up. And so looks like again we're going to have to sit here and wait. And sometimes this could mean it's possible if it floats away and just drifts its way higher, then I'll be out. So I really want that volatility. We've got a nice candle there. And so just want to see if we're going to get some a bit more decent price action. If we do, and I start seeing positive momentum coming in on the 15-minute chart as well, and by then hopefully the 30-minute chart's sorting itself out, then there could still be a trade. Okay, it looks like we're probably running out of time here. I need to get this out. I think the market's, well, we're still not doing anything here on the euro. The pound's having a good old crawl up actually. It's just crawling its way higher, as you all see. Yeah, I can't get involved in that. I want volatility like we had earlier on. So I'm not really. That's why I thought with the way that the euro had been consolidating that maybe we'd get something out of that. So just a couple of things to mention. If you were wanting, we've got this course on the 14th. Sam, I've just been on the phone to Sam earlier on. She had one person thinking that he'd just get the CDs because he's only ordered today, I think. But should note we've got a couple of spaces because there's a number of people who have just ordered the CDs who are not coming to the day. So if you did still want to come to the day, then let Sam know. If you wanted to order that and get in, you can still come on the day. That's on Sunday. What else is there? And also she said the interesting thing is she said when we do things like this, she said other people then get in touch saying, do you know what? I've wanted to join your trading room for ages. I like what you do, and they've just ordered that package. So if you were looking to join us across the board on whatever it may be, if you're looking to, especially if it's the trading room and our day trading packages, then please get in touch with Sam, and she'll help you out there and sort all that out, because it's always interesting when we've got something coming up, then people get in touch saying, do you know what, I've been meaning to do something with you for ages, and I want to join your community, and I know you've got a great community there, so it's nice to hear. So that's that. Anything else? Oh yes, of course, we've got to finish off with the account. I'm sure there was something else as well. Yes, there is something else as well. So with the account, so we've just put another, like I said, 0.5% in today. So we need to just do the review, because I did a last review 2 weeks ago. So we're up another 3% from 2 weeks ago. Let's have a look. There we go. So we're at 18,921 now. So with what we've banked so far today, I won't be trading this again today. I wouldn't have thought on this account now. So 18,921. So it's about just over 8% now. And we were up 5% as of a couple of weeks ago. So just put another 3 in. So on schedule for putting about 6% in for over the month of this month. And so we'll see. But then again, it could be more than that. We'll have to see. So that's that. Hello, Euro. You starting to move. Just as I'm winding this up. Yeah, so not too bad on the account. I mean, like I said previously, the markets have been a little bit funny at times. This morning was a nice enough moves, but they have been funny of late, and I'm not trading that account every day, so not too bad performance, but I would like to be putting in more than that. But anyway, decent enough, and we'll see how we get on in the next couple of weeks with that. Have a lovely weekend, and just remember, it may only be early in the afternoon, but it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll speak to you soon.